Arca, Yulia, and Yuvari, you are downstairs in this room, and as you quickly hurry to try and put everything back in its proper place where you had found it, you begin to hear footsteps coming from the hallway outside the door. And as you've passed off the things to Arca, you've replaced the bear rug onto the floor. The door opens, and in come a couple of guards, one being the Aarakocra you guys had seen stationed at the end of the hallway, and another being what appears to be an air genasi, as they have incredibly pale skin and white hair that almost kind of floats around them on this unseen breeze. And they look inside, look between the three of you, and the Aarakocra will speak up first and say, "What? Did something happen in here?"
All right, here we go.
Oh my goodness. So I figured this would happen. I am so sorry. We were checking we're basic words, come on. We're with the Padlock Guild, and we are currently checking the security measures placed by Gnomeland Security. And I do believe we did accidentally set off one of the traps. That is my fault, of course. I am so terribly sorry to have alerted you.
I'll go ahead and have you roll a deception check for me.
Oh.
Please. Oh, God, please.
Remember, you have Anima shards.
Right.
True.
How's my deception? Oh, it's under charisma. I should be okay. I should be. Ooh.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my heart's racing right now. Heck, we're gonna balls to the walls.
Oh, God.
You jinxed yourself. You jinxed it.
No.
Oh boy.
Goodbye.
What a way to start.
Hey, hey, Starion, remember that just in case thing we were talking about that might happen?
Here lies Yulia McCall.
Yeah. Not really. There's been a lot of those, but
Yeah. Never mind.
It's great. It's fine. Okay, so as you begin to give your explanation, Yulia, both the guards kind of look between themselves and then look back to you, as it's very clear upon their faces they're not buying it. And the Genasi woman will speak up and she will say, "Well, if that is the case, then perhaps you can tell us what it is you found inside."
That's the thing. I mean, I was just checking under the bear rug because, like all great mystery stories, a lot of things are hidden under these rugs. It's quite common, but and I did notice some open seams in the rug, but when I tried to touch it, that's when the glyph went off, and then it just sealed itself off. So if there was anything there, then I'm not sure what, because well, you could check for yourself under the rug. There's nothing there now. It looks like it's just plain old carpet underneath this rug.
Well, that is rather strange, as we were given an alarm ward by the Gnomeland Security that would just simply tell us if it went off, not that it would seal itself to the floor.
Shoddy craftsmanship.
Yeah.
We'll look between all of you, and she'll say, "Well, I think we're going to need you all to show us what you have, as we need to ensure what was stashed here was not taken." I'm sure it won't be. I'm sure it's not a problem, since clearly you didn't do anything.
Yuvari opens her bag immediately.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, sure,
didn't
here.
take anything.
Oh,
She'll
God.
she'll step into the room. She'll step into the room and look in Yuvari's bag for a moment. After a moment, she seems satisfied. Like, all right, you don't have what was here. Meanwhile, the Aarakocra looks between Yulia and Arca.
Oh, God. Well, it's not in his bag, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yulia will pull out their bag and open the contents for
Yeah.
them to look in.
Yeah, they look through your bags. They find nothing. The Genasi pushes the rug aside and kind of kneels down to feel with her hand, seeing now that it is appear that the rug was in one piece. Causes her to frown. She'll straighten up and look around at everyone again. She'll say, very well. Just be sure to be careful where you poke your noses, will you?
Yeah,
Of
no problem.
Again, I am terribly sorry for this mishap. We'll include this in our report that that the alarm worked but didn't work also, and we will be sure to be careful if we discover any more. Again, I am very sorry to have alerted all of you.
They both look highly suspicious, but decide to leave it be for now as they make their way back out into the hallway.
That was too close. That was too close.
Yulia just falls to their knees and hands, breathing heavily.
Off we go, exploring.
Da-da-da-da.
Follow the leader.
Follow the
So,
big
yes.
bird.
As you walk inside, you step into what feels to be like a small temple. You see there's
Oh.
just a couple of like long benches set up facing what appears to be an altar with a book currently opened upon it. And just behind that altar against the far back wall, you see there is about like a 3-foot tall statue of Bahamut.
Yes.
Hmm.
Nice. Okay.
You felt something peculiar because sometimes for magic users, if you feel magic nearby, you kind of get this weird like tingle down your spine, and you kind of sense something like that as you walked past the pews.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yuvari is going to investigate that kind of shiver down her spine.
Mhm.
And join Arca right where the pews are. And Yuvari is going to cast Detect Magic.
You know, the anima of the world kind of lights up and reveals itself to you. You see, other than your two friends who kind of glow with their own anima surrounding them, you look over the pews and you see at Arca's feet is a glowing blue circle.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
It's one that's inscribed into the ground, probably only about like 2 feet wide. And yeah, it is glowing blue.
so hey, Arca, can you just move over just an inch, please?
Yeah, he
There's
steps
something
back.
underneath your feet.
But yeah, so you do recognize it as a glyph. It is fairly similar to one of the ones Taffy had shown you. But with your background in magic and everything else, you do recognize it specifically to be a warding glyph, like meant for protection.
I vote that we move on. It doesn't look like we're going to find anything of value here.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But let's, I guess, make a mental note that something's up here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys come into a room that has long been abandoned in this manner.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
Isn't it great?
What the heck?
we love a dusty
That's not
room.
weird.
Yeah. As you step inside, this place is an absolute mess. There are cobwebs and dust and debris covering this entire room, from the bed that seems to have been ripped apart to the couch sitting at the foot of it. To the left, as soon as you enter in, there's even a desk that appears to have been split in half by some sort of rather powerful strike to it.
Can Narshella step inside and try to sense any anima?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Take my luck.
I don't want your luck.
I
Oh,
was
no,
saying,
no, the way I have bad luck. Never mind. Don't take my luck.
you and your nat ones tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have advantage on.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and just turn it off and re-roll for me.
I got my 19 last session, and that's it.
Oh. We really are just
The
gonna
rule of
operate
three.
on
going
failure.
on with the
Wait.
threes?
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, if you'd like Tove to step into the room with Narcellis, yeah.
Yeah, she's following him. Okay, wait.
All
I
right.
gotta-
Tove, Ari, help.
Everyone, Arcana check.
Apparently Narshellis is stupid now.
He's
I just
trying
feel
his
like-
hardest.
We're not getting good rolls.
Roll 20 is out for us tonight.
It is out for us tonight.
Really is.
I can't believe the Duke bribed roll 20.
Oh, there she
Oh,
goes.
Tove's been slurping up the luck. There it is.
There
Oh.
you go.
18.
As soon as you step into about the middle of the room, just past the desk, you feel this weird tingling sensation at your feet. Though if you look down, there's nothing there on the floor, but you feel like something should be there. Yes, you cast Detect Magic on the room. Or I guess on yourself to look around the room. And nothing in particular jumps out to you at first. As you look between Ari and Tove, as they glow with their own anima aura. And then you will look down at Tove's feet and yours, and you'll see inscribed upon the floor.
It's even bigger.
It's fairly large. You see a glyph here
Oh, God.
inscribed on the floor, probably almost 5 feet wide, maybe a little larger than that. Glowing blue.
Paint a small, using his fingers, unfortunately, a small secondary glyph on top of it. Probably the same one, but out of focus and off center.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, you do that. You break the glyph that was there by dragging it across it, and then use the ink to write the new one.
So with that, he will take the palm of his hand and smear it to make it look like it has been. Well, it's black ink, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So it will kind of smudge and look kind of like something is off.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll look at both of them, stand up and just say, "Can you please exit the room?"
All right.
Okay.
He will stand in front of the door and, pointing it horizontal inward, will uncork the ever-smoking bottle.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you uncork it. Smoke immediately starts pouring out of this thing.
He'll just sort of wait and back up at the same time. I want to say he'll wait probably until the room is about half full, and then recork it.
Okay. Yeah,
But
you
he
do.
will intentionally leave the door open so that it billows out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. You open the bottle, allow the smoke to fill the room, and then you're able to just recork it and leave as smoke starts to kind of just float out through the open door.
So he will hand the inkwell and the dagger and Absolutely not. And the bottle back to Tove for her bag of holding, and he will turn to Tove and he'll say, "Can you sound scared for me?"
Can you sound scared?
At this point, like Tove is like batting smoke away from her face, and she's just like, I mean, what type of scared do you want?
Ari, come here.
Oh, all right.
Give me your arm.
Okay. He'll hold his
Oh,
arm out to
boy.
Narcella's.
I'll take it between his hands. I'll say, "Close your eyes."
An odd request,
You
but
trust
sure.
me,
I do, yes. He'll close his eyes.
Narcellus is gonna bite the ever living fuck out of him.
Caught so off guard by this, Ari immediately screams.
Excellent.
Tove also screams.
Everyone's screaming.
So Narcellus will
We all
let him go,
scream.
kind of like, excellent. Oh, taste weird.
You taste weird.
All right. Why did you bite me?
I didn't. He'll look at Ari with a stern, pointed finger and he'll say, "Didn't."
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I think something's on fire. Can someone come up here, please?
I'm on my way already. You hear a tap scratch of an Aarakocra's feet heading for the stairs.
You just look between the other two, like, see? Like, he won't say it, but his face is like, see, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, soon enough you hear, tip tap as this, little Aarakocra comes running into the hallway. And as he rounds the corner to you guys and sees the smoke, you see all of his feathers kind of ruffle outwards. It's like, oh no, what happened? What?
Well, we were looking to see if we might uncover some of the no-land security glyphs, and while we were coming down this hallway, I noticed that the door here, from under the door, all of the smoke was just billowing out of this room. So, not knowing if anyone was inside or needed help, I did push the door open. I got rid of the door handle, and sure enough, I look in there, and this glyph is just smoking.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. And
Oh,
then
no,
he will
no.
just take off down the hallway.
Oh.
All right, you guys head down the hallway back for the staircase that you came up originally. You're coming up towards the next product you're about to display to him, one of your one of the scarabs in particular. The door suddenly opens, and in comes Narcellus, Tove, and Runarian.
And Taffy pauses for a second, looks over, and is like, excellent. I assume your investigation and has been fruitful?
Well, actually, we did manage to... He pauses, he's like, I was upstairs in your lovely home, and we came across this door that, before I even got to it, actually was billowing with smoke, and I do apologize. I had to remove the door from its position so that I could make sure there was no one inside, that there was nothing being damaged, and sure enough, there was a blue glyph glowing on the floor, and it looked like it had malfunctioned in some way. There was just so much smoke. I thought for certain it had caught something on fire. One of your staff members, Aarakocra, I believe, is dealing with it now.
Taffy immediately upon hearing this,
look at Taffy. Yeah.
He makes this he makes this dramatic shocked gasp as he puts one of his paws up to his chest. He's like, oh goodness, see, this is what I'm telling you. No land security glyphs, if you don't set them up right, they can cause massive problem and property damage.
The Duke looks very concerned as he listens to Narcellus share this information. It's like, this Homeland Security seemed very trustworthy, but I always thought there was something a little off about them, especially that guild master.
Oh, absolutely. They I mean, you get what you pay for, and they don't exactly have the highest quality standards. Let's put it in there. Their installations are a little shoddy.
I will say I am incredibly intrigued by what it is you've shown me today. Perhaps then we could discuss matters of having something set up for my entire house.
Oh, absolutely. Now, of course, me and my agents could get this done in maybe an afternoon or a morning, whatever time works best for you. It would, however, be ideal, and of course, you could have a guard or two if you feel if you don't feel secure, as per our initiative. We want to make sure you're safe and you feel that we're trustworthy with you. But we could, over a couple of hours, make sure this entire manor's locked up and boxed up, as it were.
Very good. I believe I should have some free time tomorrow if you'd like to stop by.
Oh, perfect. Now, the process is a little mundane. That's what makes it so secure and everything. You don't have to worry about magic. You don't have to, So if you'd rather be somewhere else and do something a little bit more important, you don't have to be here just as we, replace locks and put in, new keyholes, that sort of thing. Make sure the windows are secure. It's very mundane sort of stuff. Now, if you would rather be here, that's fine. It can get a little loud sometimes as we're, removing doors and replacing hinges, that sort of thing.
Very well. I do not have anywhere else to go, so I shall likely be home.
Very well, very well. We were just on our way out.
Good idea.
Yep.
Let's go.
Get out of here.
Yulia will hand the papers to Taffy, and then they'll open the bag.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah, he'll find a desk. They kind of move the chair out of the way so as many people can stand around as possible, and just sort of lay them out very carefully, and carefully start reading over them.
Okay. So Yulia, as you open the pouch you found maybe like small enough that you can hold it in both of your hands. And as you open it, you see inside of the pouch is 15 platinum pieces.
Ooh.
My God.
Holy
You're rich.
Holy father! Roll jackpot!
Yes, you found money. As you turn the bag out, though, doesn't appear to be anything else in it. Just money. Yay!
Yay!
Alright, so how many of us are there again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we want to count Renarian as 7?
Up to you. I mean, he's already a noble, so
Oh yeah, he's
You
already
can
rich.
inherit.
Alright.
yeah. That's fine.
Alright, well, we'll figure out how to split this later.
Just a suggestion, maybe we shouldn't be splitting evidence.
Oh. Good point.
I got super excited. Oh, yeah,
Not
look,
evidence if you
money.
don't get caught with it.
It might
All
be
right.
useful to incriminate the Duke with, if this is like a payment he received.
Fine. They'll put the coins back in the bag. You said there was nothing else in the bag, right?
Correct. Yeah, there's just the platinum.
Okay. Then they'll just carefully close the bag begrudgingly.
All right. So otherwise, Taffy, as you unroll the papers that were handed to you, there seem to be about 3 in total. All kind of like a standard notebook page. The first one you open, as you all have seen Captain Redsteel's handwriting from the note you found in Sturkin's house back in Drakemound. The first one you open is definitely not his handwriting, as it looks a lot more sloppy and very like quickly written, and the top is even addressed to him, so very clearly not meant from him, but it is addressed, Dear Duke, we have received your request. You may expect it to be done within a fortnight. I will expect payment at the agreed upon meeting place discussed in my last letter. And then there's no signature at the bottom, other than what appears to be a stamp. Not even a stamp. It would be like a wax seal in black wax of a crow.
Oh, there's the assassins.
This is not great, guys.
Oh.
And the second letter you get, written in the same handwriting. Dear, and in quotation marks, Captain Redsteel.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Spicy.
I do not appreciate the way you have addressed me and my guild members. Such a request that you have made is not an easy one, nor one we take lightly. I apologize for this failure, but we shall try again. I am waiting upon a visitor from the Underdark with something I require.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
my god.
Imran can get fucked, man.
Wow!
Wow.
Okay, man.
Okay.
And again, with just the wax pro seal at the bottom. The third one you have, it seems to be, as you look at it, it's an unfinished letter. Or it appears to be, as there's no signature at the bottom. But this one is written not in the same handwriting that you've seen of the first two, and is addressed as Dear Crows in a much more formal handwriting. And one that is very familiar, that you've seen before. A certain other letter you got.
God.
This says, yes, Dear Crows. I am not pleased with the lack of progress. This needs to move more quickly before something dire occurs. Sorry, give me a second. I cannot allow the fate of this kingdom to rest in such an incompetent woman's hands.
No.
Oh.
But that is where the letter cuts off, as it seems it was likely unfinished.
Well, well, well.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first thing, does the handwriting match the Captain Redsteel letter from Sturkin's house?
Does, yes. As whoever has it pulls it out so you guys can compare. It does.
Oh.
First thing Taffy's gonna do while everyone else is looking over it, he's going to in his little notebook copy actually not in his notebook, he's gonna find some paper somewhere in his office. And,
oh yeah, there's probably paper on the desk you can grab.
while he can't copy the handwriting, I don't think he can copy the handwriting. He is going to copy the contents of each page onto a separate piece of paper, just as a, and then like make little notes and everything, like linking the three different letters together.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, as a he's doing this just okay. Well, as he's writing this, he's like, all right, I'm going to make copies of this and leave this in this office in case something happens to us. The general should be able to find this.
So I'm guessing, and Yuli will hold up back, this is the payment they were talking about?
Yeah, that seems like a good assumption.
I can't believe I'm asking this, but is 15 platinum for an assassination good deal?
Well,
Julia, 1 platinum is 100 gold. So, yes.
Ah.
Ah.
It's all coming together now.
as Faldwin will turn to you all and say, No, we will take it from here, but I do appreciate the work you all have done. Certainly this will be more than enough to clear your names from any of the nobles' minds if they still had concerns. Yeah, as she approaches, Faldvin and Renarian will also give very polite bows to her, as you all do whatever else you might want between curtsy, a bow, or whatever suits your fancy.
Any
Scrambles.
combination of.
As
Yeah.
Queen
Oh.
Queen Mjornin kind of looks over everyone and then looks to the general. She says, "Oh, who are all of your friends here, General?" This would be the group of companions of Renarian who have been aiding us in finding those who had taken the attempt upon your life, Your Highness. And Narcellis, are you still hiding behind Faldwin at the moment? Okay. As the queen kind of looks over everyone, gives a small Well, quite an interesting little bunch you are, but I have to say you do have my thanks for assisting in this matter. I can't word today, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We appreciate you.
It happens to the best of us.
Baldwin will speak up again and say, we are still in the midst of our investigation, but we have rather damning evidence that might suggest a connection to this to your brother-in-law, the Royal Duke. Oh, I should have known that little bug. Ever since my dear husband passed, he never has liked me very much. I always thought he probably had it out for my place,
Narcellis would like to poke his head out and say something. And he will do so, and still half-bodied, in terms of, body shielded. But he'll poke his head out and say, I would like to put forward, however, that any involvement in your attempted assassination, Your Highness, had nothing to do with my people.
And the queen will kind of look over at Narcellis and tilt her head slightly and looks back to Faldwin after he speaks. And then back to Narcellis. She says, well, I would certainly not assume so. My dear brother-in-law is very distrusting of Drow. So I highly doubt he would want anything to do with them. But
Great to keep living.
regardless, I appreciate the help all of you have put forward. But I will leave the rest of that to you, General. Of course, Your Highness. Come, Nyalkish, we need to go. And the little dragonborn who'd been kind of clinging to Ari's side will just give a sigh. So, okay, I don't want to go to the stupid council meeting.
Oh.
Oh, I love her.
It's so adorable.
Well, considering you are to be next in line, it is about time you begin sitting in on them. Yes, Mother. And she'll kind of give Ari another little hug before she trots over to her mother's side.
Aww.
Art's the full package, Toe. I don't know why you're hesitating.
Of course, however, at General Faldvin's request, he did ask for everyone to kind of remain within Valgard while the investigation was underway. And we are going to do sort of time skip here of about 2 weeks. As the militia will launch their investigation to Duke Gabroth and gather as much information as they can. And, over time, they do come to the party, ask them questions about Sturkin, about the Duke, about pretty much anything they know. And by the end of those 2 weeks, the Duke is placed under official house arrest for the time being, as they kind of figure out what the heck they're going to do with him at that point. Dealing with the Duke himself is a little hard to just throw him in jail despite the crimes he has committed.
Could be a little difficult.
With the Duke now having been officially placed under house arrest, Famaya has now taken over her position again as the leader of the Swift Cloaks Guild. It's been very hot news because she has been gutting out a lot of its current members.
Nice.
Good for her.
She seems to be intent on restructuring it back to how it was before she vanished for those 5 years. Across the other side of the city, Narcellus. As we know, Faldvin had invited Narcellus to stay with them as kind of a permanent resident of his estate. So Narcellus would have been set up with his own room, which both Faldvin and Ari would have told him he was more than welcome to do whatever he wanted within it, whether he wanted to paint the walls, change the furniture, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then what has he been up to then over these last couple of weeks?
On the subject of a room, I would say he would have immediately started painting a mural. One that I've mentioned to, I think, you and possibly Taffy in the last session, that he started painting for his brother in the Underdark but never finished. And it would be a very large mural of Idavoll. Very, very dark, deep blues and silver tones used to make her skin, and violets, and very bright, glistening silvers for the stars, and kind of half done, over a white coat placed down for primer. And other than that, he has spent a lot of time hanging around Renorian and Faldvin, in an almost sickeningly cute domestic sort of way. Playing games with them when they're around, different card games, just talking with them, reading when he can, especially the little history book that he'd taken from his office, just little offhanded things that he's been making notes of. Very excitedly, telling them at night whenever they've come home, all the things that are going on in the fishing district, that Tove and Yuvari and Yulia have been helping to make sure are a thing, because he's very interested in making sure that the people down there start to live as good a life as they can. And during the daytime, that's probably what occupies a lot of his time during the week, is him going down there, mainly working with his hands to repaint homes, make them look nicer, go on into the inside of Fowlin's house, and probably help fix up the cabinets and walls. But definitely in the end, when he comes, it's weird when he comes home. Probably a good hour or so is spent just trying to annoy Renorian in typical sibling fashion. Or, pestering people, learning what kinds of foods that he likes to eat. Not sure who would be cooking.
Most of the time, if he's home, it is Faldvin.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Yoloran has cooked the occasional meal when Faldvin hasn't been home, or whatever the case may be.
Just genuinely just spending a lot of time and probably asking tons of questions, like asking both of them to help him perfect sword skills, how to properly use the bow that he has. Doing his best not to use Anima, wearing, the little insignia that was made for him over the wrist that was affected.
Mhm.
And in general, just having a very nice 2 weeks where he feels like he's part of the family, and he can safely say that he's absolutely starting to love these people.
Oh. And Narza's heart grew 3 times the size those weeks.
It's real good when somebody treats you like a human being.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, so you head down. The door to the study is mostly closed, left slightly ajar. So do you just open it and head inside?
I think he just kind of
Just so I know how to set
knowing
the scene for you.
knowing what Yaloran said, he'd probably try to do something kind of weird or silly. So it'd probably be like grasping the door itself, like with his fingers, and just sort of poking his head in, and like very forcefully, and just being like, "Oh no, the door is so heavy, it's going to kill me."
And as you poke your head inside, you see Faldvin is sitting at his desk, dressed in like very nice outfit considering he was just in the castle. And you see he's leaned over his desk with like his head in his hands.
Oh. Oh no.
And as he hears your voice, he doesn't respond immediately at first, but does sort of lift his head slightly as he'll say, "Shall I set it? Think you'd be home?"
Oh, yeah, we actually finished up early in the fishing district. We passed out all sorts of food. We got the garden going really well. People are doing great. We've started talking about planting flowers so that people can get their shops. I just kind of look at Baldwin for a minute. Lauren said you were in a great mood, so like I was gonna come in here and try to tell a bunch of really bad jokes. But
and he'll cut you off. And like Fulvin normally, he's a very stoic man. His face usually does not hold a lot of expression upon it, even after the 2 weeks you've been here living with him. But as he's looking at you now, you can see that there is something like this look of like worry and concern on his face, and he almost looks as if how do I even describe it? He just doesn't look great. But he cuts you off with a simple "say of your name" as he says, "The queen is dead."
Oh.
And Marcellus will kind of stop what he's doing and very slowly put his arms back at his sides and just kind of stand there for a minute, like dumbfounded. And his eyes are all round and wide. He's like, "How? I thought you guys took care of Duke Gabrath."
Did? And I don't know what has happened, but
Well, no. How? I mean, she's got like 1 billion guards. Like, how did she die?
we're not sure yet. It was some assassination and it was a stab wound, but they believe she was poisoned. Marcellus.
Yeah.
Don't know who did it. Don't know who's behind it, but they are. He kind of just sighs as he like lowers his head back towards his desk as he says, "You need to leave."
What do you mean? Why? Why?
Because somehow the mother's circlet was found at the scene, and I.
Oh.
No, I gave that to you. And he's getting extremely upset. I gave that to you so that it wouldn't.
I know. And you can see at this point, even Faldvin himself is starting to tear up a little. He says, "I know, and I don't know who has taken it. I left it
No.
here."
You don't understand. This means that my family and my brothers and my little sisters. That circlet has my family crest on it.
Exactly. I know. And the moment I cannot do much, the nobles are already getting riled up, and I. Of course, their fingers are getting pointed at you.
But you know, I didn't.
I know. I'm well aware of that, but I've not had a chance to talk with them yet. There's a council meeting will have to be called so I can present everything. But I cannot, in the meantime, I cannot guarantee your safety.
Okay, So what about everyone else? They've been with me the whole time, and
Yes, they are trying to implicate all of you. Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, so what we go to port, we get a boat, we go to I don't know.
Your best bet is to go to Eastoft, as they are already closing down the port here in Valgard. You need to get your friends and leave, so I can have time. Sorry.
Okay, there's some things I'll have to grab.
Of course.
I mean, he's crying at this point. Like, he's incredibly upset. And I'll just say, can you do something for me, please?
What is it? Yes.
You said she was poisoned, right?
Yes, they're unsure of what it was yet. It's what just happened.
That quickly.
Yes.
Can you can you show me the Drider venom that I gave you. I just want to make sure you still have it.
And for a moment, Fulvin looks at Narcellus and lets out a breath. He says, "All right," and he'll reach down into a drawer in his desk, and he will pull out the small vial of Drider venom, still wrapped in the cloth that you had found it in, and hold it out to Narcellus. And I assume will Narcellus look at it? Will he look at it?
Oh, yeah. He'll sigh with relief and he'll look at it. Yeah.
So as you gently unwrap the cloth, of course, wanting to be very careful you do not break this glass vial, especially all over your hands. You recall that when you got it, when you first got it out of the shack on the docks, you recall that the vial was completely full, as it hadn't been used yet or opened. And now as you look at it, there's a very noticeable amount missing.
Motherfucker!
No.
Marcellus will kind of twist it around to make sure he's seeing it correctly. I'm assuming the viscosity will kind of coat the empty part of the glass.
Mm.
And very slowly look up at Paul and he'll say, "You've kept this safe the whole time?" Like, not letting on that he realizes that it's happened.
Oh, yes, of course.
You're sure that no one else can get to it, eh?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm very careful about it.
Where have you been taken?
And, it's been here in my office.
Fulvin.
Yes.
It's kind of empty.
He sighs. Takes in a slow breath. Just says, "Marcellus, you need to leave.
What did you do?
You need to go."
What? You betrayed me. Oh my god. I gave you my mother's circlet because I thought one of you could finally change. You certainly live up to your name, Trailbutcher.
Oh.
When my family dies in this war that you're starting, every ounce of their blood will be on your hands. And if this succeeds, then mine as well. But I'm going. And he'll keep the Drider venom in his hands for a minute. He'll just very carefully set it on the desk and say, "I'll make sure to leave you with your weapon of choice." And just turn and very quickly move through the house, not even looking at Yoren. And the tears are streaming down his face. And mine. And, and he beelines to the door.
And as you head for the door, Lauren sees you going, but does not stop you. So you kind of hear him call your name, but I'm assuming Narcellus is not stopping. You head for the door, and just as you get outside, you see Runarian is heading home from the direction of the
Oh, this.
noble's quarter gate. And as you kind of get closer, Runarian like gives his happy wave, obviously having no idea what the hell's going on.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And then as he gets closer, he sees how upset Narcellus is. And immediately his smile turns into a look of concern as he says, Narcellus, what's going on?
Get away from me!
What? And he'll definitely try to keep following after Narcellus if he doesn't stop. He's like, Narcellus, what has happened? What?
Stop! He'll stop and he'll turn toward Ari, and he'll just say, just stop pretending that you're my friend.
Pretending? I don't understand. What has happened?
I'm sure you don't, Ari. Like you weren't feeding information about what we were doing, about the things that we were collecting to your dad this entire time.
Feeding it? What? Marcellus, I do not know what you're talking about. What happened?
What do you mean, what happened? I'm stupid enough to think that an elf... What? You can't be this stupid.
Ari looks completely clueless. I don't...
I have to leave. I can't stay here with you.
Why? What just... Please, not Shadows. Please tell me what
Because
happened.
your father killed the queen!
What? But that's not...
Tell me it's not true. Tell me I'm lying to you. Because that's what drow do, Ari. I'm lying about something that's going to completely ruin my whole family's life.
I don't...
Everybody in freaking found this case. Go ask your dad.
Alright, where are you going?
I'm going to go get everyone else. And he'll pause. And he'll look up and say, can I even trust you to know where we're going?
You can. Please, not Shadows.
You go ask your father what he's done. And if you are actually my brother, or if you can even claim to stand where Zrest stood, then you will go to the one place that you know that I feel safe. Because it's not here.
Alright.
Promise me you're not gonna stab me in the back too.
Of course not. I never dream of doing something like that. I've enjoyed having you here, and
First my mother, Imran. Just go ask. Get out of my way.
Okay. And Ari will step out of Narcellus's way.
He will immediately move to go rejoin everybody at the rescue station.
Yavari's gonna look at Narcellus as he's approaching, and she's gonna have like this like playful, joking smile. But as soon as she sees the tears, her face immediately just drops, and she stands up and she goes, "Are you okay? What's wrong? Are you okay?" Just straight up.
And he will immediately shake his head, and one hand comes up to try to cover part of his face, but it's not doing much because when you hear like the breath being taken, and he'll just say like, "We need to go now. All of you need to come with me now."
What?
What the hell happened?
No, I need to go with me. Now.
Yeah, no
Taff-
hesitation. Yuvari will pack up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arga
Taffy.
grabs the stuff.
Taffy, Yulia, Joe, all of you. Okay?
Taffy kind of
Okay.
pops up and is like, is this okay, well, Taffy's
we can-
confused.
We can talk later. Let's just go. Where are we going?
Taffy, do you remember back in the stuff when I told you at some point you would hopefully learn to trust me?
Okay, let's go.
I'm gonna need a lot of that trust right now, okay?
He flips his clearly thinks something's wrong. He flips his hood up and he puts up his face mask. And he grabs his gear because he had it with him since he was working that day. And he gets ready to go.
Okay. And we'll say, you guys remember how to get to Falvin's house, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We gotta go now. And he will
Right.
follow out after them to Falvin's house.
Yeah. We're
So-
booking it.
As they
Yeah.
leave, Taffy is going to take a moment when he steps outside. He's going to, and he's just going to hope, he's going to make a very loud whistle as a sort of warning sound, hopefully that Samoya would hear it, that something is a problem and that she needs to be careful.
Aww.
Oh.
And then he'll put his face mask back up.
Samoya in the distance. Pricks up ears. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
No.
Yeah, you guys head, following Narcellis, you head deeper into the fishing district to Foundland's house.
Real quick, can I say, on the way there, any drow that are still outside, he will immediately go up to and speak specifically in Drowic. And I'm going to, since no one else speaks this language, I will send that to you.
Yeah, as you guys leave as well, you'll see the Triton's kind of standing outside, keeping his eyes towards the center of town and temple. And we'll kind of give Narcellis like a small nod, like,
Yep,
it's okay.
There you go. Yep, he'll nod back, and he will kind of go from person to person as he can on the way to Falvin's house.
Yeah, and as he speaks in Drowic to these other drow, the rest of the party, you'll see kind of looks like a mixed looks between those he speaks with. Some looking rather fearful, a couple looking maybe a little skeptical, like, oh, we're, you know, like kind of the, oh, we're always in danger kind of thing. But you know, everyone kind of seems to have a very familiar reaction to what he says. Regardless, though, you head to Foundland's house. Drag yourselves across town.
We're so distressed, we just fly.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So can Narcellis go up to the door and knock?
Yeah, so you go up and knock upon the door, and you hear a little girl's voice inside shout, I got it! And the door kind of like cracks open just a little bit, and you can see, much shorter than you, one eye kind of staring up at you through the crack in the door, before it's swung open wide, and she's like, Narcellis! She gets ready to run at you.
He'll put his hands out and say, Adira, I need your dad. I need your dad now.
Oh, okay. He's just making dinner inside.
No. I need... Okay. What, can I come in?
Yeah. You got all your friends.
We all need to come.
Okay.
Okay, no,
She will
Adira.
open the door and
Go ahead.
allow all of you inside.
Yuvari ruffles her hair as she walks in.
As soon as they are in, he's going to look at Taffy and he's going to say, secure that door as best you can.
He basically just flips around, pulls out his thieving tools, and gets to work.
Thank you.
Nice.
Fallon.
You'll see Fallon is currently sat upon a stool over the little, like, cooking fire they have in the middle of the house. Not middle of the house, but in the kitchen area, where he's got a big pot of something bubbling. And he looks up, says, "Oh, no, Shellis. Unexpected, but good to see you. What's..." And then he kind of realizes the look on Shellis's face. He's like, "What's going on?"
Norcellis will immediately walk forward and wrap his arms around Fallon's neck and just cry.
Oh. Fallon will leave what he was doing and just gently wrap his arms around Norcellis.
Cry.
And you'll hear, "I'm so sorry. So sorry. You were right. I shouldn't have trusted him. You were right."
It's okay. It's okay. So he'll, like, kind of try to, like, rub circles on Norcellis' back to help calm him down. As long as you're safe.
I'm not.
What happened?
After a minute, he'll try to calm himself down, and he'll turn back to the rest of the party, and he can't stop himself with this. Sullivan killed the queen.
Oh,
What?
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 That son of a bitch.
What do you mean? Killed the what?
He used the traitor venom that I gave him and put my circlet on her body.
Oh, that
Oh.
piece of fucking shit.
We're gonna fucking kill him.
No,
No,
okay, we
No,
Oh, no.
guys,
Oh.
guys, it means that you're all implicated too.
Taffy pauses for a moment, looks down the hallway, but then he kind of grips his tools and goes back to working on the door.
I'm so sorry. I know, and it was
Hey,
so stupid.
No,
How?
Max.
Why would a drow trust someone called the Drow Butcher? Why? It was so stupid.
it's not your fault. You couldn't control what he would have done.
It is my fault, Hillary. We have to get out. The port is closed. There. I don't even know how we're gonna get out of the city.
I think at this point Tova is going to turn to Fallon and say, "Do you know a way we could get out of Valgard that isn't the ports or the front gate?"
He hums as he thinks about it for a moment. Well, not an easy way. There were apparently rumors there's probably some back exit through the Noble's Quarter, but that is the last place you all need to be. Otherwise, your best bet is on the southeastern part of town. I'm sure you've passed it. There's a small walled off section. It's a gray wall with a red top. It's a small section of the city where many residents from Helionjong have made their home. And the wall over there supposedly is rather easy to scale with the cliff face next to it.
Okay.
We can do that.
All right.
Fallon, you have to get out. You have to take kids. You need to get out of the city. The minute this gets out, they're going to start blaming the Drow, and you know people from Market Square are going to come down here.
I will do my best.
No. Promise.
And it's about at that moment, you all start to smell smoke.
Oh,
Something is
Oh.
on fire.
No.
Fallon kind of notices it too, and he takes a moment. He smells what he's cooking. He's like, "What if you go check what that is?"
Taffy, can you poke your head out the door?
On it. He waits a second, listening in front of the door, making sure none of his stuff's going off. Then he'll, once he's sure it's clear, he'll crack it open a little bit, and he'll take a peek outside.
And you'll look, and your eyes kind of scan over the fishing district out before you guys, but you don't see anything. You keep looking over towards Temple and the middle of town. Don't quite see anything there. And then you look further in the direction of the Nobles' Quarter. And it's from this area you see a plume of smoke rising into the sky.
Oh no.
That's not great. Smoke's coming from the Noble Quarter.
We can't.
We need to leave now.
I say we let it burn.
Ivari, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but that was
Do you want me to sneak in and see if I can grab him before, and you guys make for the exit?
grab who?
Oh, I'm sorry. What would I misheard? What did you say earlier?
Oh, he said he was telling Yavari that he appreciated her enthusiasm, but now was not the time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah.
I think at this point, Tova is going to pipe up and sort of look over at Narcellus and say, almost sort of gravely, "Where's Renarian? Have you seen him?"
Tove. He said he was ignorant of it. And I told him. What if he was genuine? He would come and meet us here.
And Tove will nod at that.
Here.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
Tove.
Taffy will go back and get inside and secure the door after he's observed what he's observed.
He's not here, Tove.
Maybe it's taking him a while to get here. Maybe he got caught up in the fight.
Here, Tove.
Oh gosh, Tove is gonna start crying at this point.
Oh god.
Just at that moment, you hear a quiet knock at the door.
Oh my God.
Does my scarab go off?
Yes. Let me see what you had sent me about that.
Basically, it just tells me how many people and what race they are.
Okay, so yes, it does go off. There are two people at the door, an elf and a dragonborn.
So he backs up into the thoroughly into the house. We got two people at the door. One's a dragonborn, one's an elf. He pulls out his bow, knocks an arrow, and aims it at the door. If you want to check, open the door and drop down.
Okay. And Narcellus will go up to the door. And
Taffy readies an attack.
he'll very slowly pull the door open just a little bit.
And you will see standing there is Renarian. He looks still very visibly upset. He's stopped crying at this point, but you can tell his eyes are very red. And sort of half hiding behind him is a rather short, Dragonborn, from what you can assume, they currently have like a hood pulled up over their head.
Oh no.
But from what you can see of their arms and their legs, they have red scales.
Oh no. Oh, we gotta protect. We gotta protect the baby.
And as the door opens slightly, Ari just will look up, still kind of sniffling slightly. He says, Sorry, it took me a while.
I don't understand.
Are we clear?
Yeah, Taffy.
He slowly unknocks his arrow.
Unarian, what's going on? There's smoke in no quarter.
That would be Duke Gebroth's manor that I might have set on fire.
You?
My man.
Oh my god.
My man.
Oh my!
Isn't Duke Gebroth confined? Dude.
Yes and no. Yeah, I don't know. I saw him out in the courtyard earlier. He never listened. I needed a distraction. And...
Ari,
Yes.
you're gonna stay, right?
If you'll have me.
And Celeste will just kind of nod and suddenly just bury his face in both of his hands.
Taffy will kind of clear his throat and is like, might want to get in the house.
No. We need to leave. We need to leave now.
All right, we're moving. Okay. Here's how this is gonna. I'm gonna scout ahead, since I don't have yet a target on my back, and I can jump into cover pretty quickly. I will make the caution sign or the approval sign as we move through. I'll keep an eye out for any guards incoming, and we'll need to stick to the alleyways and see if we can sneak our way to the east side of town.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's move.
Let's.
So with that, Taffy will move towards the front, or before he leaves, he'll go to what was his name again? Fallon. And he says, I've embedded a padlock scarab into the front of your door. You can attune to it whenever you want to. It'll tell you how many people and what race they are. Use that to your advantage, and feel free to take it with you if you need it.
Oh, thank you.
He just nods his head and he just goes like he has said very little. He's got this like stern look on his face. He's in full sneak gear mode, and he is out the front of the door. And he is basically gonna lead and keep an eye on everyone behind him. He waits for everyone to group up and get ready to go before he starts taking off.
Alright, very good. And then alright, so basically now what's going to happen is rather than having to roleplay through you guys getting through the city, I'm going to have you do a series of ability checks.
Oh God.
Ooh.
As the city
use
is.
our Anima shards?
I'm sorry.
Can we use our Anima shards?
You can. However, you will be making multiple ability checks, and you can only use your Anima shard once.
Oog.
I leave that up to you.
Got you.
So then you guys are going to be trying your best to stealth your way through the town, or through the city, which is currently heavily guarded as much of the militia was out today. So with Taffy in the front and everyone else kind of following behind, with Ari, dragging along the little dragonborn he's got with him. I will have all of you go ahead and roll stealth checks for me.
Can I provide advantage by using stealth scouting? Like, so basically I go up, survey the area, and then I give an all clear for everyone to move up behind me, and then we sort of leapfrog our way through town.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and allow that.
Okay.
So we all roll with advantage?
I don't think I would, since I'm the one running up first.
Okay.
But it's mostly to apply, give everyone else advantage.
Okay. So yeah, everyone but Taffy then go ahead and roll stealth with advantage.
Oh.
Let's see what y'all get. Also roll for Ari.
Ooga.
So great. He gets disadvantage. Ha ha ha.
Doesn't that cancel out because of advantage?
Oh, does it? Oh shoot. You're right.
Yeah.
So it would just be a normal roll for him. So I don't know if you want to take that first value or just re-roll.
No, I'll be fair since I had someone else re-roll earlier. I'll re-roll for Ari. Oh, and it's still gonna make me roll 2 of them.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Just go with the first one. Just go.
Yeah,
Just go
you
with
have
that
a better shot.
17. 17's
Yeah.
fine.
Right. Okay, let's see. I just have to add up what all you got here. So let's see. You got Yuvari with an 18, Narcellis with a 13, Stove with a 17, Arca 14, Yulia 11, Ari 17, and Taffy a dirty 20. God, that
What?
plus 10 to stealth.
Yeah, he's a sneaky kitty.
God.
Dorian, I have a quick question and see if this applies.
Okay.
Yavari has city secrets. So it basically the secret patterns and flows to cities and can find passages through the urban sprawl that others would miss. When you are not in combat, you and companions you lead can travel between any 2 locations in the city twice as fast as your speed would normally allow. Is that something we can use?
Dang.
You know
Wow.
what?
So good.
I will allow it. And so yeah, we'll say then. So it's probably gonna be do more ability checks in this. We'll say that I'll have you guys. I'll take off some of the ability checks I would have had you guys roll.
Nice.
That.
Nice.
So you guys decide to. So how are you going to cut through the city? I should ask, because your current destination is here, and you are trying to get to the other side of the city. Are you going to follow along the wall? Are you just going to try your best to stick to the alleyways? Since there is at least one major road you guys will have to pass through.
Yeah.
They might have the gate locked down.
Yeah, I mean, going out the front gate will likely not be an option.
We probably don't want to go by it either.
Let's see here. Damn it.
Looking
some-
at the entire.
Probably through. Actually,
I mean, here, I can put you back over at Fallon's house here for the moment.
then yeah, it would be better than to go this way.
Is it
Yeah.
I guess my question would be how busy is it in the city right now?
What is
the
nighttime?
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
true.
it's approaching evening, so it's not as busy as it has been during the day.
Plus with the fire in the Noble's Quarter.
Yeah, and
Oh,
as
that's-
as you guys all make your way outside, you can very clearly see this plume of smoke billowing up from the Noble's Quarter, which seems to have quite a few people in a panic.
Okay, so it might be easier for us to get over there.
Now they were talking about this cliff over here, right?
Yeah, kind of along this area over there.
Okay.
Or the cliff is very steep to go down, but the wall might be not so quickly follow it, so you might kind of be able to vault your way
Vault over it. Okay, so we need to be up here to do that, or can we do it from down here? I guess we'd have to be up.
Yeah, I mean, you could go there and then just kind of scale the cliff. Like if you go from down there, get onto
Okay.
the cliff and then onto the wall.
So we could go. This would be the shortest crossing path.
Mhm.
And then if we want to try and scale the wall, alternatively, we'd have to go up here and then across this way, which is really close to the Noble
Yeah.
District.
Yeah.
That seems a little
that.
risky.
Mhm.
My vote's
Okay.
to scale the wall and then jump
Yeah,
over the.
let's-
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
scale the wall.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
then
Yeah.
do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be best.
Okay. While we're going that direction, Taffy's, getting ready to, scouting out and everything like that. He hastily in one of a blank page on in his little notebook, he writes a message. It wasn't me. Been framed. I know you'll do the right thing. He pulls it out. He folds it up. And he writes like 2 rust scale on it. So he pulls it out, rolls it up.
Oh.
Aw.
Happy.
He ties it to one of his arrows, and when they're passing by a signpost, he shoots it into the signpost,
God.
and then he keeps moving on.
All right. Excellent. So yeah, you guys decide to kind of stick to the fishing district, to the cliff face that goes up to the castle and the noble's quarter, and kind of hug that wall in between the houses as you do your best to stay low and out of sight. Thankfully, this particular area, you don't see a lot of guards quite yet, and you're making your way along the back of what you know to be Olorn's smithy and Bob's carpentry shop. And it is at this point that you realize you will have to cross the main street here from between these buildings over towards like the Dragonstone Tavern. So I will go ahead and have you guys roll me another stealth check. Try and get across the road, which will still be with advantage. Because of Happy's stuff.
Oh, hi.
Ooh.
Whoops. Can I reroll that? Because I
Oh.
forgot about advantage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
There we go. Another stealth check. Okay.
Yeah.
Stealth with advantage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Arca got a nat 20.
Damn, Marka.
Crap, that's right. Dude.
I'm sorry, what's happened?
We're doing one more stealth roll to get across the main street.
Mm.
Damn.
But
28.
Sneaky kitty.
Kivari with like a 24. Jeez. Jealous with a 21.
Listen.
Good thing we got
pretty
the
good.
pen rolls out of the way.
All right, so yeah, you guys continue onward, and you're very careful in crossing the main road as you have to stop and wait as you see a patrol of guards kind of crossing down the road towards the noble's quarter. No one you recognize, just kind of typical Valguard guards in the red and gold colors. Once they pass, you wait, and then successfully cross over to the other side. And here, yes.
So, can Yulia ask Taffy to do what he did earlier and shoot an arrow with a message to Briagi and Mira's house, since they're kind of passing by it?
He nods. While he's like looking out over the street from an alleyway, make sure they're not like being followed or anything. Like, can do, just write it quickly and I'll shoot it over there.
And they'll tear out a piece of paper from the note. I said, I didn't do it. I have to go. I'll miss you both. Please be safe. And then hands it to Taffy.
Okay, he takes it. Then he hands his climbing kit and his gear to Nars. He's like, when you hit that wall, you start climbing. I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
And then he'll take the note, tie it to his arrow, and he'll need to go a little bit close because he doesn't want to arc it over the city.
Yeah.
It could be a little problematic. Their house is right here, right? The bakery.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they have like their house attached to the back of it.
Gotcha. So he'll carefully go up and, if you need me to make extra checks, we'll do it. But when he gets comfortably close enough without being, anyone being able to see him shoot an arrow into their sign,
Mm-hmm.
then he'll do so.
Okay. Yeah, so you go to fire your arrow, and make me a stealth check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the rest of you, so move your token over here for a second. Meanwhile, the rest of you, head over here towards the cliff face. 14. Where Narcellis with the climbing gear, you kind of will help get people up the cliff, or Ari will also kind of help out if Narcellis isn't quite sure how to use it.
I think you can figure it out, maybe.
It's mostly like ropes and like climbing pikes that you just kind of
Yeah.
slam into the wall.
Yeah.
Between all of us, we can figure it out.
Is there anything I need to roll for this?
I think it gives you advantage on a climbing check. Hold on, I'll check.
I think so.
Or let you add your proficiency bonus. I think one of the two. Let's see here. Ooh. Member's kit, specialty, brr. As an action, anchor yourself when you do. You can't fall more than 25 feet from. Oh, okay. Okay, so basically, it just prevents you from falling 25 feet as you move up a cliff.
Okay. I'll see, and yeah, sounds about right. But yes, I will have. Actually, no, there's not even like a climbing check. Okay, cool. 5e apparently. So yeah, Narcellis, you start getting the climbing gear into place to start helping everyone get up this cliff. Meanwhile, Taffy, I need you to make a dexterity check for me.
Oh, baby.
Oh boy.
I'll actually get bonuses to this. Well, not if I roll a 1.
Well,
Oh no.
Oh boy, okay.
All right, well, I'll act as a distraction. Don't worry, guys. I'll buy you time.
no, Taffy.
Oh, now Yulia feels extra levels of guilt.
Thanks, Julie.
Oof.
Yeah, thanks.
So don't mind that. That's off of Faldman's thing. It was easy.
My
Baldwin is
heart-
hunting me
my-
down personally. God.
Yeah,
He
the
is
way
out to
that my
kill us.
heart plummeted.
Oh god, that's awful.
I was
No,
terrified.
it's not him. I promise.
It's drow hunting season.
Oh God.
General Baldwin is the boogeyman.
It really is right now.
I'm guessing I take 7 damage because there's no way I'm dodging 26.
Yeah. So as you shoot the arrow to the bakery and you shoot it into the sign, at the same time, a guard from the wall nearby takes a shot at you. Which it does 7 piercing damage as they
The
hit you.
second he
Oh my
gets hit,
god.
he makes the same distressed whistling noise in the hopes the party will hear it and hurry up. He is.
Oh my god.
Our boy.
Yeah.
Yulia starts takes a step forward, they want to go and help them, honestly, because now they're just like, oh my god, I may have just gotten him killed.
Marcellus will turn toward Yulia. You just hear this. Yulia! Come here.
And they jump. They turn around.
Got
The
to go.
best way we can help him
We
right
don't
now
have time
is
for
if you
your
actually
bullshit right now.
Yeah, we have to get out of this city.
we have to
Can-
go.
Can like Arca like start grabbing people and like just like flying
Just grab
them
them
over?
You know
and
what?
go.
Let's fly.
Yeah.
Go. Let's
Fly
fly.
or don't die.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's grabbing
Use her-
Eeny Meeny Miny Yulia and just
Keep them from running after Taffy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he is going to make sure she's secure and then launch over the wall.
Mhm.
We.
And
Yeah.
should I do like a strength check or something? Or
No, you're fine. I trust Arca is more than capable enough.
And Julius
okay.
small enough.
Yeah. So
okay.
between
Excellent.
that and Narcellus and Runarian climbing their way over, and Ari probably also asked Arca to, when he comes back, take the little dragonborn.
Yes.
Who's been very
Okay.
quiet. She's been very quiet this entire time and hardly weighs anything as you pick her up. And carry her over. She keeps her hood carefully down. Eventually everyone makes it over the wall. And Taffy, I will have you give me just one more dexterity check.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a plan
Even
here.
you.
I've got a plan.
You got a plan.
19.
Oh, thank
okay.
God.
Oh,
So Taffy, as soon as you are hit by that arrow, you take off.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I was
Or are you doing something else?
Yeah,
'Cause
so-
I don't.
when he got spotted,
Okay.
he's like, okay, well, I don't want to lead them to the party. So he's going to use his incredibly stupid amount of movement. Where is this? He has cunning action. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Move action quickly. You take a bonus action on each of your turns to do the dash action. So basically, I can move an effective 90 feet per turn. He's going to instead... He's been spotted. He doesn't want to lead them to the party. He remembers the docks are being locked down, and he remembers in his backpack he's got a potion of water breathing. So he's going to, if he, how spotted is he right now? How many people, I assume people from the...
There's the one person upon the wall kind of shouted to a couple others that they spotted you, and there's probably about 2 or 3 guards running in your direction at the moment.
Okay. So he looks behind him. He's like, all right. Well, I'll catch up. We'll be fine. So basically, now that he's been had, he's going to, oh man, pull out the. All right. First of all, how long does a potion of water breathing last?
I
Yeah,
don't
we'll wait.
know. Hold on.
I think it's a couple hours.
Well, for about an hour.
Hour, okay. Oh baby. All right. He's gonna pull out an oil flask and his tinder box. And as the guards are running towards him, which direction are they running towards him from? This way or from behind him?
Yeah, from the gate here. Hold on, I will. We'll drop a couple of tokens over here. They're coming from this way.
Okay. So basically, he's gonna light the oil flask and chuck it right sort of in front of them to sort of slow them down. Then he's gonna take off this way, and the ghost has been had, but he's gonna basically try to squirm and worm his way all the way back to the docks, and then basically jump into the drink the water potion, potion of water breathing, and jump into the ocean.
All right. Yeah, you throw the stuff at the guards to distract them long enough that you take off towards the docks. Yeah, you take that water breathing potion and you jump into the water. Okay.
Hopefully, trying to pull as many guards off the trail as possible. Because I figure if they're chasing Taffy away the opposite direction, then the rest of the party can get on the road and travel mostly unhindered without having to worry about stealth checking or avoiding patrols or any of that sort of thing. If you can make enough of a distraction.
Yeah. All right.
And then
you do that. You definitely catch a lot of attention running through town, but you thankfully manage to make it out unscathed, and into the ocean, into the water.
There you are.
Whereas, meanwhile, the rest of the party, you have safely scaled the wall, and I think it's safe to assume you take off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you have left Taffy behind, but...
So long, Taffy.
Don't worry. He'll
Good
catch
reason.
up. He'll be fine.
And you guys go and take off down the road. I imagine, is it safe to say, I mean, you guys probably are just running at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're booking it.
Yeah, so you guys are running as fast as you can. Away from Valgard, out towards Eastoft is your next destination. And of course, on the way there, you'll likely have to pass through Drake Mound, so you're all trying to stay off of the main road, but also not lose your way as you make your way east across Leyrid. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you guys run until the point that you reach, and you run even past like the homestead from like the beginning of your journey, to a small set of hills that are just at the edge of Drake Mound, and offer you a fairly nice view of the rest of the kingdom. And it's at this point you've been running and going for a couple of hours to the point the sun is setting on the horizon out in the distance. And as you finally come to a rest to catch a breath for just a moment, Taffy now has managed to catch back up to you guys, looking very wet.
Just coming out of the river.
he took a good swimming. And as you make your way to one of the highest hills around to try and get a look at the path far ahead of you, you can see out in the east, all the way out to the Dreadtide, and you can see, though it's very far away, Eastoft.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow, that
Oh,
escalated
wow.
really quickly. Oh, no.
It's fire.
Well,
Oh,
It is
I
on fire.
guess we're not going that way.
fuck.
For the moment now, you all can take a moment, catch your breath, and perhaps figure out your next move. You see Eastoft burn in the background.
After finally realizing Taffy is back and once everything's settled out, Yuli will actually approach Taffy, not really saying anything, just hugs him real tight and just be like, and they're crying at this point because it's all catching up to them and like they're just upset by what's happening and they'll just say, "I'm so sorry," and that's all they say to him.
He looks at the party. He looks over at Eastoff. Looks down at Yulia. Just kind of pats on her back, rubs her a little bit, rubs her back. Sighs, pulls his hood down and his mask off. and then he'll just sort of, he doesn't say anything. He just stands there, just kind of got a little frowny face. He's just thinking. He'll stand there as long as Yulia hugs him.
Aww.
What's everyone else kind of thinking or doing at the moment?
Oh boy. Oh, so much has happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arca is primarily feeling anger right now. He still wants to like strangle Faldvin.
I wish to rage, but I have nothing to rage against.
Yeah, but he does, since they have like a bit of a moment to like, because they need to like gather their thoughts. He does go up to Narcellis and gently pats his shoulder because like he knows, holy fuck, this kid has been betrayed like 3 times now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Marcellus will just kind of quietly pull his shoulder away. He won't say anything.
Ari will kind of walk over to Narcellis and with this like Dragonborn basically attached to his hip at the moment. He won't reach out, but all he'll say is I'm sorry. I had no idea.
Marcellus will very slowly shake his head.
Ari just sighs, but rubs out one of his arms.
I think at this point, Tove is sort of just exhausted from the running and the finding out that they've all been betrayed, and she's very worried about Narcellis, but she can't like stop moving. Like she's just sort of like walking back and forth like in a line, just like trying to figure out okay, like like muttering to herself, like what are we gonna do? Like we can't go through the ports at Falgard. We can't go through the ports at Eastoff. There's no.
Marcellus will turn back to me and say, I know what we can do.
What was that? I'm sorry.
He'll say, I know where we can go.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
None of you are gonna like it.
But it's our only option, right?
Well, we could go south and try to climb over the Domagon Range.
No, that's...
That puts us in a big open field.
Yeah, that's not really an option, I think.
Or, if all of you trust me, I can get you out of the country.
Through where?
Yeah. Lead the way.
Taffy?
You need to go somewhere.
Looks at Nars, and he's like, "It's all you, kid. I'll
Yavari
follow
looks
you."
like she's about to reach. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you good. He's like, "At this point, I'll follow you where you need to go."
Yavari looks like she's about to reach out and kind of squeeze Narcellis' shoulder, but realizes, he's pretty overwhelmed at this point, so she stops herself like mid reaching out, but she just kind of gives him like, we're with you kind of look, but then goes over to Yulia and pats her back.
Marcellus has this kind of blank look on his face. You can't really see what he's feeling, because his eyebrows are kind of knitted together and raised up, and he's just looking exhaustedly at Eastoff. He just says, "Yeah, tell me that's exactly what you think. I can go through the Underdark with you guys. Take you to Gondor."
Taffy tenses the heck up, but he doesn't say anything.
Ari is definitely also looking uncomfortable, but he just nods his head.
And Tove, who this is the last place at this point she, other than Valgard, that she would want to go, just nods and says, "We trust that you're going to get us out of the country. I trust you. So, if you know how to get us out of Leyrin, far away from here."
You did say you're going to need a lot of that right now, and well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. I trust you.
We'll do it.
We'll stop and break down
Likewise.
supplies, and then I think it's time that I took you all to a place called Darkwood.